Hi folks, Happy New Year, and thanks for joining me for our first 2021 episode of What's New in YA. I'm here to talk about 5 new young adult novels that I think you're going to like and that are available at the Stanton Public Library. Let's start with Sabaa Tahir's book, A Sky Beyond the Storm. This is book 4 in the Ember and the Ashes series. It's a fantasy series that's kind of Roman Empire inspired. There is magic as well. And this is the finale of the series. So if you like to binge your fantasy series, you don't want to have to wait for the next one, you just want to read them all, like a complete set, I would recommend this series. The first book in Ember and the Ashes follows 2 main characters, Laia and Elias. I felt it a little bit slow at the beginning. It took a while to grab on, but by the time the book ended and it was books 2 and 3, when most fantasy series kind of take a dip, they were incredible and I was riveted. If you like cliffhangers at the end of your chapters, if you like to fear for the lives of your characters, have twists and turns, if you like to cry, feel butterflies, and have your heart pounding, this is a great kind of action, adventure, romance series. Highly recommend. Okay, next up is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you liked the movie Knives Out, this is a great mystery for you. It's about a girl named Avery. She's got a tough life. She basically lives either at her half-sister's apartment or out of her car. She's just trying to get through high school. And she's summoned to this Texas billionaire's mansion because he has written her into his will. And she thinks maybe they're distantly related. She doesn't know. But she's going to get that money. And when she shows up for the will reading, she meets all the family, and they don't know why she's there either, and finds out that this man has left her almost all of his fortune, his mansion, his cars, his bodyguards, his hotels, his planes, everything. It's all going to her, and she has no idea why. The one requirement is that she live in this house that kind of has all these secret passageways and like little puzzles built into it. And she starts getting secret notes, and she's trying to unravel why she got this inheritance and what she's supposed to do with it. And unfortunately, everyone else there, the family, is trying to figure it out too so they can take the money away from her, including this guy's 4 hot grandsons. Next up is Early Departures. So Justin A. Reynolds, this is his second book. His first book was contemporary realistic kind of rom-com, but it had the recurring day theme, so like Groundhog Day or Before I Fall. Early Departures is similar. It's kind of contemporary realistic, and then it's got 1 or 2 little like magical sci-fi things in it. It's about a boy named Jamal who saves his friend Q. It's someone he hasn't really spent time with in the last few years, but used to be really close with. Saves his friend Q from drowning, brings him to the hospital where Q does pass away. But there is this like procedure that can be done to resuscitate people for a short period of time, so they can like live for a little bit longer and then they die again. And this is what happens with Q. And Jamal wants to become friends with him again and kind of reconnect and bond, but he needs to do this without telling Q that A, he has died, and B, that he is going to die again. It's this really unique take on friendship and relationship. It's pretty hefty, but if that sounds like an intriguing plot, if you like character-driven stories that are diverse, I would check out Early Departures and also his book from last year, Opposite of Always. Robin Talley is back with a new book. It is called The Love Curse of Melody McIntyre. This is a fun, sweet rom-com. It has LGBTQ characters and relationships. It's also an Own Voices novel. It's about Melody, who is the stage manager extraordinaire in her high school's theater department. This year they are doing Les Mis. It is going to be amazing. And Melody knows that if she falls for anyone in the cast or crew or dates anyone, that she curses the production. And so she is determined to stay away from love and relationships. And of course, in this book, she finds someone that she really likes, that she has a lot in common with, and she has to try to not fall for this girl. It's kind of fun, sweet, high school hijinks. I think Robin Talley does a great job with characters, so this is just a fun read all around. This last one looks wild, y'all. This is like a horror, historical, fantasy, romance that gives me like weird Disney Descendants vibes. Of course, more teen adult. It's Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. She wrote the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which is really wonderful. So I think this is going to have kind of those similar dark tones throughout. And again, reminds me of The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It's about a girl named Amelia. She's a witch that kind of lives in the human world. Her sister is killed, and she goes on this dark mission of revenge to the other world, the Kingdom of the Wicked. And I'll show you. It's like a literal kingdom with castles and houses based on the 7 deadly sins. There's, of course, romance and action. It looks kind of super dark. It's got like hell demons and princes and all that stuff. So if that sounds like fun to you, I think it's going to be one wild ride. Okay, thanks for joining me, and be sure to tell me about books that you're excited about or maybe looking forward to in 2021. I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.